What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, all I gotta say is, do you even want to go to the playoffs? Like, do you really want to go to the playoffs? Because today was a terrible situation when it comes to the play calling that happened in this game. Why in the hell are you not going to the screen game often when you clearly see that the Saints are focused on just pass rush? Like, why are you not going to the... I understand Austin Eckler is out, but you should be going to the screen game like crazy. This team needs to tighten up. Lately, the offensive line that we praised so well early in the season is now looking like they can't even get out of their own way without getting a stupid penalty. I mean, all day today, they were holding. They were doing everything they could to sit up there and find a way to lose the game. All day. Jayden Daniels is actually sitting up there and being inaccurate on passes. Something we didn't see at first. You talking about right now, we would have seen a game where Terry McLaurin would have had 5 touchdowns. Jayden Daniels overthrows him on 2 where he's wide open and then underthrows him on another one where he's wide open. And I know this is the first time I've gotten on Jayden or said something about Jayden. But this was a game where he needs to tighten the hell up. Then he was sitting up there holding on to the ball when he clearly had moments to throw the ball away. Jayden did not show his best football today. And I know some of y'all are going to talk about other games. No. Jayden showed poor football ability today. Poor, very poor. And I understand that we won this game, but it doesn't feel like a win when you're struggling to score against a team where all their specialists are out. Alvin Kamara went down early. They didn't have Chris Olave. They didn't have Rasheen Shaheed. They didn't have a lot of players that would have caused problems for us on offense. They benched Jake Hayner for the second half. Spencer Rattler comes in, and next thing you know, we're struggling against Spencer Rattler. They almost pulled the game out. And we're lucky that Jawan Johnson sat up there and drops the 2-point conversion. Nobody defensively did anything to make sure that was even a possibility of him catching the ball and them walking away with a win. We got lucky in this game. We need to tighten up, because understand this, you can't lose. You just cannot lose. The question that I have to, do you want to go to the playoffs? Because y'all don't seem like y'all really want to go. I sat up here and talked about it on my preview show about apologizing for talking about off-season conversation during the break because we have a team that's in the midst of a playoff opportunity and a chance, and yet and still you failed coming out of the bye. How does a team look this rusty coming out of a bye? Did y'all even practice? It seemed like everybody got on the plane to New Orleans and was like, hey, y'all know we got a game. Oh, dang, that's right, we do. That's right. You know what? I completely forgot. Let me hurry up and put my uniform on and go play. Another thing, Joe Witt and Dan Quinn, get your heads out your butts and put Philly Matt on the field. He was our best run stuffer. Get your heads out of your butts. I understand that Ron didn't make a lot of great decisions and didn't make a lot of great draft picks. I get it. But not all of them were terrible. Philly Matt, I understand Philly Matt isn't this pass rushing guy, but he holds the line. Remember early in the season when you needed him against Chuba Hubbard and all these other running backs and he was playing very well? Put his butt back on the field. Because clearly Johnny Newton and all them can't stop the run. And can't stop it well enough to make an impact. We have a team that could actually, and just on my preview show, I was like, hey, I'm not even worried about Philly no more. Now I am. Now I'm back to worrying about Philly. I'm back to possibly worrying about Atlanta. I had somebody comment, in fact, Hydale, Hydale commented and said, hey, Kurt is also known for throwing for 5 touchdowns and 400 yards. And I said, yeah, but he's trash around this time. But guess what? If y'all playing like this, Kirk might actually have a game have that type of game against us. I understand we won. But this is not the type of victory you want. The type of victory you want is something that shows other teams that you're not playing. The Saints have been showing that each game they've set up there and came back to. They beat the Bills, showed that it wasn't a joke. They beat the 49ers, even though it was a very close game, they still beat them. But that's the Rams. That's not us. 3 big misses for touchdowns. 3. All to Terry. I mean, maybe if Jayden puts the damn basketball down and picks up a damn football and throws it for accuracy purposes, maybe he would have been a little bit more accurate on those throws and probably would have accurately hit Terry in stride. And I know a lot of y'all are probably like, whoa, John, you going hard. I'm not going hard enough. Man, got me up here choking and stuff. I just can't believe that it seems like only us fans know that the playoffs is right there. The playoffs are right there. And somehow, some way, it's like the team doesn't recognize that. We're sitting at a point where Terry is having a phenomenal season. He needs 1 touchdown to break the single season record for touchdowns by a Washington receiver. This man could have broke it in this game and then put up 2 more. But Jayden wasn't accurate enough. And like I said again, what the hell was Jayden doing out there? What they had, like 10 sacks? Why was Jayden not throwing the damn ball away? There was so many times he had the opportunity where he got grabbed and could have just thrown the ball out of bounds. And he chose not to. He took some major sacks today. For a minute, I thought I was looking at Sam Howell. Maybe that's being a little dramatic, but still, that's how it made me feel. But what I'm saying is that Jayden should have done better in this game. He should have acted like he should have been a little bit more accurate, especially on passes that are clearly touchdowns. Clearly touchdowns. Cliff Kingsbury could have called a far better game. I mean, what? Was he focused on hoping to interview for the Chicago job that everybody was so pressed to talk about in the offseason, during the bye? Like I said, I apologize. I said, I got all these videos loaded up to go, but they were all season talk. Yet and still, we're sitting here watching the team act like they don't. Oh, what? Are we? Y'all really want to go to the playoffs? I mean, because I'm kind of tired, you know. Do we really want to actually play into January and February? I don't know. I feel exhausted. This is not the type of game you want. We got Philly next. Like I said, at first I was saying I wasn't that fearful of Philly. Now I am. Marshawn Lattimore came out there and wasn't targeted not one time. And you telling me the best we got is winning by one? Most of the guys that was out there, Jawan Johnson didn't show up until like the last, 2 minutes of the game? His name wasn't called almost the whole game. Alvin Kamara, who's a big threat, had actually went out of the game. Marcus Valdez-Scantling was in and out of the game, but somehow they came close to beating us. They benched their guy that they started early in the game and brought in their third quarterback, and he almost pulls off the win. We can't find a field goal kicker who can make a kick. Yeah. That was the most frustratingly agitating game I've ever seen this year. It's so agitating that I'm talking like they didn't even win the game. That's how agitating this game is. I'm talking like they didn't even win the game. But I'm talking like this because I know this is not good enough when it comes playoff time. I know this is not good enough to be successful in the playoffs. This is not good enough. Jayden cannot be this inaccurate. He just can't. The offensive line can't be this penalty ridden. Cliff Kingsbury can't be this like the way Cliff called the game. I swear it felt like Scott Turner was calling the game. I swear it felt like Scott Turner was calling the game. Somehow, some way, situational awareness left Cliff Kingsbury today. You clearly see that all they care about is pass rushing. And you telling me that the screen game was nowhere to be found. What happened to those bubble screens? Don't y'all like those too? Where were those at? I think I saw maybe 2? Y'all saw that they were not that they were intent on stopping the run game. They showed that. That don't mean you sit up there and try to throw every play. This was, for us to have won this game, it truly doesn't feel like a victory because we understand we could have lost this game. This was a game that Washington needs to go back to the drawing board and get it together. They need to go out there and practice like they understand what's going on. They need to go out there and act like they understand what's at stake. Unless they all feel that, hey, I got my paycheck and I just want to take vacation now. Prove to us as fans that you want to go to the playoffs as much as we want y'all to go to the playoffs. Because right now, It doesn't feel like it. It feels like everybody wants to go on vacation. It feels like everybody wants to go home. It feels like everybody doesn't understand what's at stake here. There's an opportunity to get into the playoffs, be a formidable team in the playoffs, and yet and still we're acting like what? Like we're playing like we're a 5-8 team. We're playing like we're a 5-9 team. Get it together. Because this is not acceptable at all. At all. You do not sit up there and waste an opportunity to show teams that you can be a threat when it comes to the playoffs. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This has been crazy. Y'all tell me what y'all think. How do y'all feel? Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.